WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Week 2 of the Collaborative Café, a podcast to help students like you navigate IAH209 Horror Cinema with greater success. My name is Professor Schwartz, and today let's talk about how to create your first of 10 independent reflections for the course. Pay close attention because the same points covered here will come in handy for your later reflections too. Grab a mug of your favorite hot beverage with something tasty to nibble on, pull up a chair, and join me for a quick look at how to develop your first reflection on and self-assessment of your learning in the course for Week 2. Ready? Then here we go. First of all, let's clarify the task. As a student in IAH209 Horror Cinema, you will create 10 well-organized, detailed reflections on your independent and collaborative learning between Week 2 and Week 13. Points to address in your reflections include a brief description of your learning processes and related skills used to examine course materials for any given week. You should also highlight 3 activities related to your coursework that you found enjoyable and 3 challenges faced during the work you discuss. There are a few other points to consider too, but refer to the highlighted questions in the weekly course modules on D2L for a full list of points to consider as you draft your discussion. Next, keep purpose in mind for these 10 assignments. Careful and routine self-reflection on your learning each week encourages deeper thinking about the films you examine and your related reading. Yep, there is also some reading to take care of as part of your coursework each week. But doing that informs you and provides deeper insight as you and, starting next week, your learning team establish connections between the chilling cinematic works of fiction we watch on the one hand and real-world issues of the 21st century on the other. Moreover, routine reflection on your work habits provides you with an opportunity to identify and correct self-defeating patterns as you develop and refine each of these 10 two-point assignments. Welcome back, everyone. Let's also take a look at the skills you develop through routine self-assessment of your learning in IAH209 Horror Cinema. Revisiting and evaluating your learning on a regular basis provides you with the opportunity to acquire and cultivate numerous next-generation skills. These include, but are not limited to, critical thinking, creative problem-solving, forethought, planning, organization, follow-through, clear communication of ideas, content development, and accountability, among others. These critical competencies have become an expectation in the professional world of the 21st century, so it's in your best interest to practice and refine them now. That brings us to tip number 4. Crafting your 10 independent reflections between Week 2 and Week 13 of the course contributes to your overall knowledge in a couple of ways. First, routine reflection each week helps deepen your understanding of specific course materials, related ideas, and how that thinking might relate to the issues and challenges facing 21st century society. Secondly, careful re-examination of your independent and collaborative activities, as already mentioned a few moments ago, helps you identify and articulate any necessary changes to how you approach the course each week, enabling you to take charge of and improve your own course outcomes. Unlike more typical college and university courses, you have considerable voice and choice in the form that your 10 independent reflections take each week of IAH209 Horror Cinema. For example, you can present your learning in one of several ways. That might include either a traditional essay or a blog post using an online app like Blogger or WordPress. You might, on the other hand, opt to develop your reflections as an ongoing podcast using apps like Audacity, Podbean, or Buzzsprout. Or you might instead create a series of unboxing videos using your iPhone. Whichever form you choose to present your thinking, the main thing is to develop and share your ideas in a way that works best for you, given your own particular creative interests. We might be in college, but it's okay to have a bit of fun now and then with your academic work. Last of all, routine and successful reflection on your learning in the course should exhibit the following characteristics regardless of the precise form your work takes. Discussions of your learning for any week of the course should be clear, insightful, and detailed. That means a bit of planning, forethought, and successive drafts before finalizing and submitting your work each week. Procrastination leaves you with little or no time to do that. Reflections should, in addition, revisit your learning for a given week based on both collaborative analysis of course materials with your learning team and your own resulting ideas about those materials. Finally, be sure to identify any challenges and articulate concrete steps you can take to streamline your approach to course activities and related work habits. WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. If you find this podcast helpful, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. Before we wrap up today's program, let's quickly review how you can easily craft your 10 independent reflections that are part of IAH209 Horror Cinema. Keep task and purpose in mind. Think carefully, too, about the skills you practice and how that contributes to your growing knowledge. Remember, in addition, that you have several options for the form your 10 reflections take, but be sure to address all points that are part of a successful self-assessment of your independent and team-based learning. For complete details, click the Project Packet tab on the left-hand side of your D2L course content page and consult the related project packet with a rubric that will help you craft your 10 independent reflections for the course. The first of these self-assessments is due by 11:59 p.m. on Friday, January 24th, 2025. And with that, we come to the end of today's program. Enable and empower yourselves by joining me again in the Collaborative Café for additional tips and advice based on my almost 30 years of collaboration with thousands of undergraduates at 3 Big Ten universities, 2 liberal arts schools, and 2 community colleges across the upper Midwest of the United States. In the meantime, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in class or during Zoom office hours if you drop by with a question. In the meantime, stay healthy, have a safe and a productive week. With special regards, from Onyx, the cat what am. So long, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. You've just heard a podcast from WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century.